Howdy everyone, it's me, your gamer girlfriend, here with I Dream of Indie Games, ready to give you my 10 picks for free-to-play games on indie gaming platform itch.io. Itch.io? Well, however you say it, itch.io has been my #1 resource for finding the cream of the crop of indie gaming, and some incredible indies had their original demos hosted on this site, like Amanda the Adventurer, Doki Doki Literature Club, and the original version of Inscription. Sacrifices must be made. Hey now, just because these indie games are free doesn't mean you can put away that wallet just yet. Why not go ahead and check out our Patreon to support the channel and help us bring a voice to the voiceless in indie gaming. Enjoy perks like access to our Discord and new podcast, shoutouts at the end of every video we produce, and even free games depending on the tier. Your new indie gaming community is waiting for you. And while you're feeling generous, because itch.io allows gamers to experience the very finest of indies, often for free, you should consider donating to each of these indie devs when you download one of their games, especially if you loved it as much as I did. Now, without further ado, let's get into these free-to-play indies I know you're going to be adding to that to-play list of yours. Indie developer Overgame has a wide variety of 16-bit genre-subverting games that are the perfect little 5-minute stories players will enjoy. Of their many titles, Overgame and Prince Charmless are both exceptional. Overgame is a short adventure that breaks the fourth wall of gaming, as the overlords of Overgame, the artist, programmer, game designer, and composer, attempt to create a unique gaming experience for every player one. After a short survey, they throw you into their game, which you can either try to play faithfully or break it into 1,000 pieces. With nods to popular video game titles like Dark Souls and Animal Crossing, it made for a hilarious and charming gaming experience. And speaking of charm, Prince Charmless is a roguelike action-adventure platformer game where a daring prince attempts to save the princess. As you finally navigate platforms and dodge spikes, saws, and other traps to reach them, the prince must overcome another grueling challenge, his own god-awful appearance. Each level is bookended by a mini-game where you must fill lost teeth, pop zits, and otherwise prim and preen your appearance to woo the princess, who then will rate how attractive you are and allow you to continue your quest. As the levels increase in difficulty, so does your time in front of the mirror. You have the option to spend coins to find faster and better ways of harvesting gold, navigating the levels, and fixing your flaws. All in all, it's a fun roguelike adventure for those of you gamers who are much better at dodging spikes than I am. Ooh. Yeah, that's gotta hurt. Armed with a gun, our Templar makes their way through a forsaken church, smiting evil that stands in their path. What Templar may lack in stunning graphics or fancy game mechanics, it makes up for in just being downright fun. So if you're looking for a way to unwind, this is the perfect game for my fellow paladins out there looking to dole out some holy justice. And while you're checking out Templar, keep Yabsley's other gaming project, Rhythm Quest. Rhythm Quest is a fun Guitar Hero-esque game with pixel graphics. It flips the script on a typical rhythm game by turning it into an RPG dungeon crawler, wherein you will advance through dungeons by playing the correct notes and fighting off a rogues gallery of enemies and traps. You can choose from 4 classes of adventurer and get ready to shred because this game increases in difficulty as you go along. If you're looking for another fun challenge this weekend, Lightdancer by XK is a fast-paced action roguelike with a simple but elegant design. Embark on a mystical journey through the cursed forest as the Lightdancer, a cloaked hero with one single flaming arrow that you must use to both navigate the darkness that surrounds you and destroy creatures who would emerge from the shadows. Bonfires act as both a safety zone and a wave challenge area as you attempt to traverse the abyss that surrounds you. Follow the footprints through the forest and unleash fiery death upon those who would seek to extinguish your light. Life Eternal is an incredible 16-bit fantasy RPG that follows the apprentice necromancer who awakens from a deep slumber to find their home destroyed and the necromancer they serve has been killed. Their lord had foreseen this coming and made sure the necromancer had all the knowledge they'd need to raise him from the dead on their own. Collect spell components needed to fulfill your duty, explore the castle, and uncover the mystery of what truly happened. Whatever choice you make, you're in for a beautiful and nostalgic gaming experience. This is Ranavei's only RPG game, but I really hope to see more from them soon. How We Know We're Alive by Montvind Studios is a story-driven point-and-click game centered around 2 best friends from Sweden's Bible Belt. Sarah and Maria's stories unfold through the short 50-minute playthrough. Between the simple yet gorgeous pixel art graphics, the scenery and soundtrack and writing in this game, Montvind has truly delivered something special here. While How We Know We're Alive probably is the least complex game on this list in terms of gameplay, small, thought-provoking interactive fiction games like this are equally as important and deserving of their flowers. And I think How We Know We're Alive will stick with gamers long after the end credits roll. I'm sure you're all waiting to know what my picks for horror games are, so let's get into it. There's a lot of lore packed in these 3 short games in Jeremy Fisher's anthology horror series, The Lancaster Leaks. Before suddenly disappearing, FBI intern Valerie Bardot leaks special investigation tapes acquired by the Bureau. These tapes contain certain annotated footage of previously undisclosed events presented as found footage. Over the 3 games, our whistleblowers grow more and more impatient that Valerie's disappearance is unacknowledged, and so another tape is found. Each tape is more disturbing than the last and reveals more info about the mysterious Entity Research Department. Of the 3 games, Lancaster Leak Entity Exam centers wholly around this organization as it presents itself as a leaked training guide video for employees. The anthology flawlessly delivers spine-chilling atmosphere, jump scares, and VHS-style graphics that I absolutely eat up. Each game runs about 30 to 40 minutes of playtime and is the perfect late-night gaming session for all my horror fans. Crux Game Studios has more than a few story-rich horror titles under their belt, but let's talk about their most recent game, Within. In Within, Sister of the Year Maya gets a sudden mysterious voicemail from her troubled younger brother Nick, seeming to warn her that he'll be disappearing soon and not to look for him. So of course, we go to investigate. Overall, the story that unfolds is an interesting look at guilt and shared trauma. This game has really well done graphics in 2 very different styles. There were many moments while playing this game that I felt uneasy and at the edge of my seat. And at just about 30 minutes of runtime, it's the perfect bite-sized horror game for your weekend. And last but certainly not least is a title that I think you should be keeping your eye on. For months, this demo has been catching my eye, and I finally sat down to play Of Love and Eternity. Of Love and Eternity is a game with stunning PlayStation-style graphics. And I hear you. Ghoul, what's so stunning about polygons? But take a look. The art style is reminiscent of Dark Souls, and the soundtrack by Michael Berto and sound design overall was so stunning, I fell in love. The demo opens as you're ruthlessly murdered and your soul now wanders the void as an armored skeleton. Somewhere beyond this unfathomable expanse is the fractured soul of your beloved. Your mission is to wander the expanse in search of your lover, reunite, and ascend from purgatory. Developer Acornbringer writes, Of Love and Eternity has been a work of passion for mine for the past few years. It started as a feeling, then became a story, and now this game. While merely a short demo as of now, I hope that it conveys enough of my vision to capture people's imagination. If there's a demo out there that I can recommend that deserves your attention, Of Love and Eternity is certainly one that I would like to see come to its full potential, and I'm eagerly anticipating its full release. So there you have it, 10 exceptional games and demos you can play right now for free on itch.io. I hope you'll go and support these developers as much as you love and support us and this channel. If you like this kind of content and you want to see more, don't forget to like, subscribe, and mosey on over to patreon.com/idreamofindiegames, where you can get perks like access to our Discord and new podcasts, early ad-free shows, shout-outs at the end of every video we produce, free games, and so much more. Thank you guys again for joining me, and thank you for being a voice to the voiceless in indie gaming.